Okay, today what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a roast. So we're gonna use this pan. That will do great. That fits perfectly in there. My cast iron pan. I got this cast iron pan in the mountains in Windermere over by Radium Hot Springs from a second-hand store. This pan used to be Moonshiner's pan, and it was rusty out and the whole works. I brought her back to life, and it's one of my favorite pans I like to use quite a bit. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to rub it with a rosemary, thyme, salt, pepper, butter, crust all over, top, bottom, and put it on here, and then we're going to cook it in the oven. And I'll show you all that when we get to that part. Okay, let's get to my rosemary. Okay, so now we're going to make the butter infused with thyme and rosemary, salt, pepper, all that stuff. I love to use the fresh stuff if we have. I have a little bit of fresh, well, not fresh, it's dried from our garden. We made this here. This is the last of it. And I have to buy a little bit of store-bought as well. Also, we're going to have our rosemary, so we'll throw our rosemary in there. We'll throw our thyme in there. So now we got our rosemary and thyme. Thyme was the last thing I put in. Okay, we'll take some salt. And I always like to do this. I like to throw my salt in there. And what the hell? I have some pepper. I got peppercorns because I didn't have any store-bought pepper, so I just crushed it the same way. So then we got pepper. So we grind it all up, mix it all up in the mortar and pestle, and I make a salt out of it. I always like to taste it. Very tasty. So basically, what you gotta do is I got a cup of softened butter that I put in the microwave for 20 seconds, and I softened it up because you really need to do that. Okay, so it's all soft. As you see, it's a little too soft, but that's okay. It's not liquid. And then you pour this in. Let's throw it all in. What the hell? No, we're not professionals, we're just cooks. So then you mix it all up. And you mix it up really nice. And you have yourself your butter. Okay, so now that it's all mixed up, it's ready to go on to the roast. Okay, so now we have our prime rib roast cut from our local butcher. It's a really nice piece of meat, this one. Did a nice job. It's about a 4-pound roast. It usually calls for about 3 pound, but a little bit more. Hope I got enough sauce on here, or butter. And basically, you just start spreading it on. All right? Just like that. There's no trick, no nothing. Very easy peasy. You just throw it on. And that's it, man. Make sure you got all your pieces and nice liberal coating. A lot of butter on the top. When it cooks, it'll drip down into the pan again. The drippings, and then you'll make a gravy out of that. And I do believe I'll pass that off to Brenda. She's the gravy queen. I'm not too good at that. Okay. All right, guys, that's it. You got a little bit left over, put that in a jar. And next time you have a steak, you can throw it on your steak if you want. But yeah, that's a little loose there. I'll put some more. What the heck, eh? All right. Okay, so if we try and get this without making too much of a mess, just transport it on here. She's ready to go, guys. Okay, so now we got the oven to 500 degrees. You want the rack probably in the middle of your the rack in the middle of the oven. We'll take this and we'll cook it 5 minutes a pound. So however big your thing is, 5 minutes a pound, and we cook it at 500 degrees. All right, so we're gonna put this in here, just like that. You want to get a shot of that there, baby? And close this up. So we have a little bit more than 4 pounds. Ours is actually 5.5 pounds. So I'm gonna set my timer for 28 minutes. And yeah, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 plus a half. I put on 2 minutes, 28 minutes, good enough. And she should come out just perfect. And yeah, I'll see you in 2 hours. All right, so now we got the roast out of the oven. Here, it was a little heavy on the one side, so it leaned over. I'll just take a shot of it, see what you got. That's the roast. We'll put it down here. And what I will do is I'll transfer it onto the cutting board. There. And that's our roast. I'm going to hand this gravy, and that'll be up to Brenda to make gravy. So lots of little juices in there if you like. If you don't like, don't use it. It doesn't matter. Alright, so now I got a knife, and we're going to see what this thing looks like inside. It's been sitting in there 5 minutes. What did I say? 5 minutes, 5 minutes a pound. At 500 degrees. Yeah. I'm going to just cut it like this. Let's see what the hell it looks like. Maybe it's not done enough. Maybe it's too done. I don't know. We'll find out here right away. Okay. And there you go. And that's the way I like it. Still the juice is running out. That's medium rare. That's rare. Okay guys, this is it. Some of you, it might be a little bit too rare for you. It was 135 in the middle. That's perfect where I want it for this roast. That's in the very middle. Now Brenda's making some gravy out of the juices. We're gonna have some of those things, asparagus and some carrots fried up with a little bit of mashed potatoes. So, there you go. Done. A roast. Any money can do it because I just did. Okay, here's the recipe. If that's a little too rare for some of you folks, if you wanted a little bit more, let's say medium to medium well, up the minute from 5 minutes to, I don't know, 6, 8 minutes a pound. Then your roast will be cooked a little bit more inside. Play around with it and yeah, make it your own. Okay, and like I said before, any monkey can do it, because I sure did.